Hey, it's Friday. It is Friday, folks. Welcome to the Travis Talk Sports radio show right here on your hometown station, 1220 AM, and also now on FM 98.1. Right, Aaron?
That's right.
That's right. Welcome, everybody. It is Friday. The weekend is here, and guess what's happening? The big game. Are we allowed to say Super Bowl?
I think so.
Okay, because, everywhere you see on advertisements, the big game, the super game, not Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But we're saying Super Bowl here. So,
The Big Bowl.
The Big Bowl. The Philadelphia Eagles versus the New England Patriots. So I want you guys to start calling in right now, all those listeners out there, and we're going to start taking predictions, takes, why you think your team's going to win. Our number is 661-298-5487. 661-298-5487. Also, if you want to tweet us at Travis G Sports, you can give us a tweet, Travis G Sports. And today we have a guest here in the studio. A guy, you ever have a friend who thinks they know everything about sports? Yes, I know you do. Or a guy who follows only the winners, a team they've never liked before, and they win a championship, and the next day he got that shirt that says Super Bowl champions or NBA champions. Yes, we have one of those guys, a friend of mine. His name is Guy Arnone. He's in studio today. Guy, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So, Guy, we'll start with you. What is your prediction? Because I know you'll probably change it a few times before the show's over and before Sunday comes. But what's your thoughts on Super Bowl Sunday?
Well, actually, I thought you were much taller on the radio, but it's been a hard decision. I love the Eagles. I love the Pats.
And you'll decide as the last second expires, right?
There's too much non-committal here. We need an answer.
I'll call it early.
Okay.
I'm taking Tom Brady. How could you go against him? I believe this is going to be his 7th or 8th Super Bowl appearance. And
that's right.
Potentially his 6th, which would be the all-time Super Bowl ring holder.
Right. I can't disagree with you. The thing that I think about in this game is if they can get to Tom Brady, they got a shot. If Carson Wentz was quarterback, they have a shot. And I might even pick Philly if Carson Wentz was playing. But I am going with New England as well because no one's gotten to Tom Brady. And he doesn't stay flustered a whole game if he gets pressured. They figure out a way to fix it and keep rolling on. So I'm going with the Pats too. I'm hoping for a good game. But give us a call in with your take on who you want to win the Super Bowl and why. 661-298-5487. But today we're going to talk about a lot of things. Let me just give you a rundown here, Guy, because I know you're an expert in all these sports, allegedly.
That's true.
Local sports, girls and boys basketball. We'll talk about the matchups this weekend. We're going to talk Masters basketball. Won 19 games in a row. I think they play tonight. Not in town here. I think they're out of town. And we'll talk local high school basketball as well. One thing that I wanted to talk about, next week, we do have the head coach of the Masters basketball team here in studio with a couple players, as well as we have Santa Clarita Christian coach and a couple players from their basketball team, men's basketball team. So it's going to be an all-Christian sports day here at KHTS 1220 next Friday. So I wanted to talk about our local men's basketball team, high school basketball team. Hart and Saugus right now move into the top of the Foothill League. They're both tied at 4-2 in league. And So we have some pretty competitive local high school basketball going on here. Have you seen any of the games this year, Guy?
Haven't been any games yet, but this league is always, Foothill League's always competitive.
Right. Hart moved into first place tie with Saugus, but they had a victory over Valencia that I guess finished really crazy. It went into overtime, but Valencia, what they did is they got a go-ahead field goal for Valencia, and their fan base stormed the court during that, and then they got a technical foul and went into overtime, and then Hart ended up winning the game. So a lot of competitive players here. Saugus is also tied for first place. They're 17-6, 5-2 in the division also. So we got a caller calling in. Who's the caller?
It's me. It's your partner.
Who's this?
Coach.
Coach? Oh, wow. We didn't even notice you weren't here. What's happening, Coach?
Is this Travis?
This is Travis. Did you get your tire fixed?
They're doing it right now. Travis does sports. Travis talks sports.
That's it.
We got soccer today. What else do we have today?
We got soccer today. We got local sports. We got the Super Bowl. We got NBA, the trade deadlines here. There's a significant player that got traded from one of our local teams. We're going to talk about that.
You talking about Blake Griffin?
Blake Griffin. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, that's a. I wish I was there because I'm pretty upset that the Clippers show no class. He has to find out on Twitter. Really? Are you serious?
Yeah, that's a topic we need to talk about here, Coach. So, yeah, he was the heart and soul of their team for many years, and he gets traded, and he said that he found out via Twitter of his trade. So, yeah, I don't really understand that. You would think that they would personally give him a call and let him know the news, or his agent would give him a call. What do you think?
Well, you would think the owner, Steve Ballmer, I mean, you would think, there's a reason the New England Patriots continue to be in the Super Bowl. There's a reason why they continue to win championships, because there's class at the top. There's thoughtfulness. And for the owner not to provide leadership to his management team, you got to question. And it's ridiculous. This look, I'm not a big NBA guy, but Blake was a good guy. Did a lot of good charitable work in the LA area. Well liked. He was accident prone, but still, where's the decency? Travis?
Yeah, well, I understand that. Has there been an official Clipper response to that? Because sometimes players say certain things. So do we really know for sure that the Clippers didn't call him first? That's the thing I would wonder about. Or his agent didn't call him? Or they tried to call him and he didn't pick up his phone?
You're right. You're making a good point. We don't really know, Hey, coming up next on Travis Talk Sports every Friday at 1 o'clock, you've got the commissioner of ASY. Am I pronouncing it right?
AYSO. Right?
AYSO. I'm going to be listening to that interview because soccer's a big deal in Santa Clarita.
Yeah, is Chris coming in, or he just calling in?
The commissioner's calling in.
Oh, good. Well, I have an expert soccer guy here that can ask him some questions, because I don't know much about soccer. I know why I don't like soccer, and I'm going to ask him my question of, I would enjoy soccer more if X, Y, and Z. So, hopefully he can answer my questions.
Is Bernard there? Can he hear me?
Bernard's not here yet. But Guy Arnoni's here. You know Guy.
Oh, yeah.
Guy knows anything and everything about soccer.
What's up, Guy? How you doing?
Doing good.
Not fun getting a flat tire, man.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning and got my car, and my low tire light came on, and I had a nail in my tire. It's funny. You had the same thing. Maybe somebody doesn't like our show, and they tried to sabotage us today.
I got a nail in the tire, too, and thank God for America's Tire. We don't have enough tire dealers. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. We're right on the air with Travis Talk Sports. I'm right here with the manager, America's Tire.
Is that Mel?
So he's bringing the tire over. Mauricio is his name. Okay, what's going on, Mauricio?
All right, as riveting as this is, or as riveting as this is, the NBA salary cap for the 2017-2018 season.
I'll call back in.
All right, Coach.
Later, Coach.
Is around $99 million. Now, that's going to increase incrementally with every passing year. Blake Griffin this year, 2017-2018, making $29.5 mil. Next season, 32. The season after that, 34. Then 36.5. And in 2021-2022, he's got a player option, and for $39 million, nobody's going to decline that player option. Now you're talking about a player that has had 6 lower body surgeries, a player that is largely dependent on his athleticism.
Right.
And then you have DJ coming up in free agency next year. If you want to hold on to him, you're going to have to pay him max money.
Exactly. I totally agree with you, because if the Clippers could get out of that contract, $171 million contract they still owed on him, or maybe the 1 year it only went off. He just signed this past offseason. And you can unload that because you know of his injury history, because they had their shot. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre, they had their shot to make it in the Western Conference. They aren't going to make it. Everybody knows the Clippers weren't going to make it this year. So if you can unload and rebuild, and they did a good job. They got rid of the contract. They got some expiring contracts. They got a pretty good player in Tobias Harris. And they're going to have cap space next year. So they're probably going to, DeAndre's probably going to be next. He's probably going to be gone. I wouldn't mind seeing him across town in a Laker jersey, because we don't need scoring. We need rebounding, block shots, and defense. If we can get, and he doesn't want to leave this city. So maybe we can get him at a little discount.
I don't want DJ. DJ is another guy that is largely dependent on his athletic ability. He's 30 years old. He can't stretch the floor at all. His main offense is around the rim. And with today's NBA, I don't think
no
DJ
one's
is
ever
a
written up
asset.
a play for DJ, but I like him for his rebounding and block shots. Guy, what do you think?
Great asset to the Lakers.
Yeah. I doubt he'll come, though, but that would be nice. But the Clippers, they're going to get rid of him next, and then they're probably going to get rid of Lou Williams. They're going to clear a ton of cap space and rebuild, and that's all you can do right now.
I would try holding on to Lou Will. I think he's a guy that you can get at not max money, but, he's automatic points. He's an automatic bucket, and he's kind of the face of the franchise now.
Yeah, Lou Williams, he was in Philadelphia at the beginning. Then he was with Toronto, sixth man of the year. Then he came to the Lakers, and they probably wish they still had him, but they tried to get rid of cap space again because of this next off season coming up. They want to get Paul George and LeBron James, and so that's why they let him go. Right? We got another caller? Somebody calling in? Who is it?
It is Roland from AYSO.
Oh, Roland. Welcome, Roland. You there?
Oh, we lost Roland. If Roland wants to call back.
All right, we're going to get into our soccer segment. I know there's some people listening that like soccer. We'll have some soccer time.
It's the greatest sport.
Greatest sport ever. One thing I wanted to talk about, though, we were talking about the Clippers and their moves. There's trade rumors going on with the Lakers and Julius Randle, possibly Jordan Clarkson. What's your take, Aaron, or Guy, on that?
Go for it, Guy. Do you have a take?
Look, the Lakers could use all the help they can. I'm concerned of Luke Walton's job. I think he's a great coach, but they're going to need to make some moves and take care of some.
I don't know. You look at Jordan Clarkson, and he's another guy who, if you have a contending team, you want Jordan Clarkson. The Cavs are looking to trade for Jordan Clarkson. He's a guy that can come off the bench and be instant offense, especially for a diminished second team.
Right.
Julius Randle, he's gonna be a max player, but I don't know if he's a max player, if you know what I mean.
Right. I agree totally.
But you look at him, he's 23 years old. He's still kind of a wild bull out there. He makes at least 3 to 4 decisions a game around the rim where he'll get 3 rebounds, but he'll end up missing the shot inside the paint where he could just dish it out and kick it out to a guy on the wing 3. So that's frustrating. But
Right.
I believe in Julius Randle and his ability in today's NBA.
Well, here's the thing
He's a
about
big guy that
Randall.
can run
Here's
the
the thing
floor.
about Randall. He is still young. I want him to be Draymond Green. Okay? If we can set him up to be like Draymond Green, he does not have an outside shot. I got a guy who can help him with that. His outside shot is horrible. But he is a bull, right? And that's what Draymond Green is. We need somebody to get in there, get rough, get mean, get rebounds, play good defense. And if he could just get a little better outside shot, they wouldn't trade him at all. We got Roland back on?
I'm here.
Hi, Roland. This is Travis. You're on the Travis Talk Sports radio show right here on KHTS. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. Just got back in from the great state of Arkansas, so I'm on my cell phone, so my apologies if I sound fuzzy or echoey or whatever I might sound like. So,
No problem. Well, thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit about AYSO. I'm a guy here who I think soccer players are tremendous athletes. They play their sport well, but I have a hard time watching soccer for a couple reasons I'll probably tell you here in a little bit. But tell us a little bit about AYSO and what you do.
yeah, so it stands for the American Youth Soccer Organization. And it's a nationwide organization. We just happen to be one region within a greater organization. We're Region 678, based out of Valencia, Newhall, and Stevenson Ranch. We offer soccer programs for kids from the age of 4 all the way up through 19. The cool thing about AYSO, I played soccer all my life, but it was more through like city soccer. I grew up in the Northern California area. So coming down here, getting kind of entrenched into AYSO was kind of new for me. But the thing I really loved about it right off the bat is just the kind of things it stands for. I mean, open registration. There aren't tryouts, so if you want to play, you can play. It doesn't matter what your skill level is. I mean, we have, evaluation nights, of course, because we want to see what the kids can do, and we want to make sure that we don't have teams that are completely, imbalanced. So, we strive to have balanced teams. Everyone plays. When the kids sign up to play, they're guaranteed to play at least 75% of the game. So it's not one of those things where if their skill set isn't necessarily where a coach would want it to be, that they sit on the bench. So just a great organization, great families, great kids. In my role within the organization, I started out as a coach, coaching my daughter, joined the board, and within a couple of months I was nominated as the regional commissioner. So I essentially oversee the entire region.
Excellent. So right now, are you off season or on season?
It's funny, Travis. It really isn't an off season per se. So our regular season ended. Practices started in August. It ended in November. But then in January we have what's called area playoffs. So the 3 other regions that are in and around the Santa Clarita Valley, all of the teams that made the playoffs, they'll play each other in a 3-week area playoff, and that just ended last weekend. And then the first and second place teams for each age division that come out of that playoff, they qualify for Bakersfield, which is in February. And then once that ends, if you're lucky enough to come out of that, although that's pretty tough, you go on to Western States, which is in Reno, I believe, in March or April. But what a lot of teams will do is they'll turn into tournament teams. So then essentially from March all the way through June, they'll play in various tournaments up and down the state. And, we don't host any of those tournaments per se, but, we've got to get rosters ready. We've got to make sure I sign all the paperwork when teams join tournaments. And, a lot of our extra teams are being formed during that time frame. So it's just July, I would say, I'd like to call that our 1 month where there's no soccer activity, where no one's really playing soccer. But at that point, we're kind of getting ready for the season and balancing teams and having parent meetings and coach meetings. So it's really a 12-month deal.
Hey, Roland,
when you look at it.
That's great. Roland, Guy wants to ask you a question.
How you doing, Roland?
Good. How are you?
Good. All 3 of my kids have gone through actually 6, 7, 8 out here in past years. And I know through all my experience, but this particular region in ASO is, I believe, the largest community event as far as the children's population in the entire Santa Clarita Valley, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's correct. We have close to 1,400 kids that play in the program. It used to be a little bit more. We had a club program at one time, but the club program has kind of broken into its own region. They still call 678 their home region, but from a kind of head count perspective, we don't count those kids anymore. But so that dropped our enrollment a little bit this year. But yeah, we're still around 1,400 kids, which makes us the largest region in the area.
Excellent. Well, Roland, we appreciate you coming on. I do have one final thing for any of our listeners out there who want to have their kids sign up for AYSO. Can you give us any information where they can contact AYSO and when sign-ups are if they want to start getting their kids into soccer?
Yeah, you bet. So our website, which is ayso678.org, O-R-G, that constantly has information on it. For our fall season, which practices will begin in August, the regular season starts in September. Registration for that opens up April 1st. You can do it online, again, at ayso678.org, and just follow the prompts to the registration page. Or we will have various walk-in registrations, and that will be posted on the website once we define those dates as well. And then in the next couple of weeks, we'll be having tryouts for our... There's a core program, which is what the majority of the kids play in. Extra is not quite at club level, but it is a step above kind of just the regular core level soccer. And so those tryouts are coming up as well. And those dates are posted on the website as well, ayso678.org.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you calling in, Roland. We appreciate the information. Any moms and dads out there listening, go to the website, ayso678.org. All right. Thank you, Roland. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right. Have a good day. All right. So coming up here, we're going to go to break here, but we're going to talk about... again, the NFL, the Super Bowl. My team made a trade this week that we're going to have to talk about. Then we're also going to get back to a little bit of Laker talk. We didn't talk about that much. I have some more thoughts on that. And then we're going to talk about some college basketball. I want to thank our sponsors, New American Funding, Jason, Title Boxing, Charles, and Earthwise, Bernard. Thank you guys for being a sponsor of the Travis Talk Sports radio show. We'll be back.
I don't go nowhere without them. They scared that I'ma cause these babies to stumble. They scared that my integrity is gonna crumble.
Little Eye Leaders is the newest preschool in the Santa Clarita Valley. At Little Eye Leaders, our outstanding teachers lead with intellect, perspective, and heart. That means our programs provide a warm, nurturing atmosphere to meet the unique needs of each child. We believe that play is a powerful form of learning for young children. That's why our kids have every opportunity to learn through the magic and excitement of play. Parents, schedule a tour today by calling 303-0400 or online at littleeyeleaders.org.
Drugs or alcohol abuse can tear a family apart. In Santa Clarita, just like everywhere else, it's an epidemic. The Way Out Recovery is here to help. Call them now at 296-4444 or visit them on the web at thewayoutrecoveryscv.com. The Way Out offers outpatient treatment for adolescents, adults, and family members. The Way Out is compassionate, caring, professional, and confidential. You and your family don't have to suffer any longer. Call The Way Out Recovery now, 296-4444, or visit thewayoutrecoveryscv.com and make an appointment. Asking for help is the first step.
Title Boxing Club is here in Santa Clarita. We're fast-paced, action-packed, and addictive. We've got music pumping and energy flowing. Come out to the Title Boxing Club and embrace your inner power and sweat it out at Santa Clarita's best workout spot for you and your entire family. Join us for your first shot-free class at the Title Boxing Club on Bouquet Canyon and Newhall Ranch Road.
Men, are you feeling tired, stressed, or just don't have the energy you used to? Did you know this could be related to decreased testosterone levels? Luckily, there's a safe, effective solution. Weeder Prime helps support healthy testosterone levels with clinically tested key ingredients. Just 2 capsules of Weeder Prime each day can help change your mood, energy, focus, body fat, and lean muscle. Feel the way you felt 10, 20, even 30 years ago. Rediscover your Prime with Weeder Prime. To find a retailer near you, visit WeederPrime.com. That's WEIDER Prime.com.
Hi, this is Jason Perez with New American Funding, Santa Clarita's own homegrown mortgage expert. Visit my website at lendscb.com or give me a call at 661-972-1092. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or trying to go from your condo to a castle, here at New American Funding, my team and I are here to help you do whatever you need. Once again, feel free to give me a call, 661-972-1092, or visit my website at lendscb.com. I'm looking forward to working with you.
This is Bernard Cash with Earthwise Nutrition Center. We have been serving Santa Clarita Valley from the same location in Granary Square Shopping Center for the last 30 years. We built our business on earning people's trust. What you get at our store, you will not get anywhere else. You're going to get a family that's going to tell you the truth, that's more interested in earning your business long term versus making a big sale. You're going to get 30 years of knowledge, and you're going to get a wide variety of products that actually work. You can visit us at buyearthwise.com or call us at 661-255-2928.
Hometown. Your hometown station.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Here we go! Here we go! A little run! Little run! No sweat! No sweat! I can do it! I can do it! You can do it! You can do it! Hoorah! Hoorah! A left run to you!
Tell 'em bring their guns out!
Yo, welcome back to Travis Talk Sports. It's Friday, the weekend before the Super Bowl, Sunday. We're going to talk some more about the Super Bowl. I want you guys to call in with your takes, 661-298-5487, your Super Bowl predictions, why you think your team's going to win. And right now we have in studio with us Guy Arnone, a friend of mine who knows nothing about sports, and Bernard Cash from Earthwise Nutrition Centers is here as well. And I think we got Coach back on the phone, right?
Yeah, does Bernard know anything about sports? Why do you even have him in the studio?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. I coached soccer locally for 17 years in ASO, 54 and 678. I was so excited listening to the discussion with Roland early coming.
All right, my one final take about soccer, and then we're moving on, okay? I don't want to talk any more about this. I think it's Super Bowl Sunday, and we're talking about soccer, okay?
You tell him.
All right, listen.
Travis, you tell him.
Listen. When we're playing regular American football, right, and both the line is, they're on the line of scrimmage, offense and defense, if someone jumps offside, then it's an offside penalty. It's not like somebody's running and then we're going to call offside. Soccer, offside penalty makes zero sense to me, okay? So the guy gets ahead of another guy. There's a pass that comes, and he gets it. Oh, no, you did outrun the other guy, but sorry, we're going to penalize you, offsides. That makes zero sense, and my explanation I've said is like you get a layup in basketball and you're ahead of the guy. Oh, nope, sorry, you can't have that layup. You got to wait till the guy gets in front of you. Now you can play one-on-one with him. Makes zero sense to me. The game would be so much more better. It'd be more action. Too bad if your defender gets beat and someone gets down the field farther than him.
You're the angry, ignorant American.
What?
Soccer is the biggest spectator sport in the world. You just don't have a clue.
Well, explain that right there. Okay, big deal. I'm an American that knows nothing about soccer. But explain that rule to me. Why wouldn't that make this game better, more action, more things? Tell me, why?
Enlighten him.
You don't know. That's why you...
No, because you don't want a run-up of scores. It takes a lot to get one ball in the net. So do you want 98, 99, 100 goals? It would be so
That would
boring.
never happen, first
of course,
all.
But still, even if you get a score, Bernard,
yes,
5, 6, 7, 8-2, it's a complete disaster in soccer.
Why? The other team has just as much chance to do the same thing.
It's real easy. I could do like a 2-hour show on that, but I'll say this.
No.
Forgoing the offside rule would enable the incompetent player to just sit there and cherry pick by the goal, which is what kids do.
Go defend him.
And you want to change the rules? Let's make American football like the Canadian Football League. Do you know what they do before the Ike? they have the receivers take a running start. Speaking of offside, so you want to change the rule, go change the rule there too. But what bugs me is here we are, the American culture don't understand soccer, and then they whine about why the U.S. team didn't make it. It's because
there's that.
And it is the number one sport worldwide, and we always brag about being the number one team in everything. What a shame that the women's soccer team has won more championships, U.S. women's, than the men's. So before we sit here and criticize and pretend like we know what we're talking about, let's listen more to some of those women athletes. Maybe someone can call in and enlighten us.
Props to our ladies, though.
Maybe.
They do dominate.
Oh, they do dominate.
Maybe they could, but anyway.
I like soccer. Bernard.
Also, the other thing that we need to remember, I know you like soccer, Ron. You're just like everybody. You're a great coach. But the thing we need to remember is this. Soccer offers more opportunity for kids to get involved than football does. And once we realize that, and once we know there are more kids signed up and involved in ASO than all the kids' football organizations put together, then soccer has a lot of value.
All right, my one final take on soccer. If the American Football League goes away, then soccer will become the number one or more prevalent in the United States. Until then, it just won't. And I just no offense against soccer, it's a good sport and things like that. I just have some issues with the rules, but that's done with. Soccer's over with. That's the number one sport in the world. Now we're going to talk about the number one sport in America this weekend, and that's the Super Bowl. All right, Bernard.
Yes.
You don't get confused with your soccer, your football, to our football. What's your take this weekend?
See, I am a tremendous, huge fan of the NFL and of American football, and I wish more Americans would reciprocate with soccer. And that's the last I'll say about soccer.
Yeah,
but there is a way to beat the Patriots. Okay? And if Coach Peterson was listening to me right now, I would tell him here, this is how to beat the Patriots. Okay? The Patriots stumble the first half, and they come out guns blazing, and they just demolish you the second half. Coach Peterson, you want to win this game, you have to show up with two phenomenally, exceptionally genius game plans. Put one to work the first half and throw Belichick off by putting a completely different game plan the second half. Because Belichick is a genius at changing things at halftime. You have to be proactive and change things up. So whatever Belichick plans to come out the second half will not work. That's my take.
Well, okay, Peterson can have two game plans, and Belichick already has four. So it doesn't matter what he does, he's going to have an answer for it.
Well, I don't disagree with that. I'm saying if the Eagles are going to have a chance, it's going to have to be, the coach. This is going to be a coaching game. The best coach is going to win this game. And as much as people love Tom Brady, I'll tell you what, you can switch Foles and Brady, and we'll have between two teams, these teams, and it will not make any difference on the outcome of the game. I think they're both equally skilled for this game. This is going to come down to coaching skills. And I guarantee you one more thing. Special teams, Patriots, are going to score. And that's what makes them special. He will pull a trick out of his hat and score on a special team play. That's what makes Belichick special. And Peterson can take a page from his playbook.
Well, I do agree that coaches have some say in it. It's not that offensive lineman tackle making the block or not making the block that has an effect on the game. And that's why I say if the Eagles can get to Brady, they have a shot. But I haven't seen anybody be able to do that in a lot of years, and so that's why I don't think that's going to happen.
I agree with that. I totally agree that the line is where this battle is going to be won. And I'm still very sour over the referees taking the game away from the Patriots against Jacksonville because they fair and square won that game, and they won it the way you said. Their line, the defensive line of Jacksonville, got to Brady and put pressure on him. And the turnover, he was not down. He should have gotten up and ran. That was 7 points. And the PI that gave the Patriots a touchdown was also out of bounds. That was a 14-point swing where the Patriots should have lost that game. But this battle is going to be won on the line, and there's no doubt about it. However, I do think the Eagles' defensive line, is quite as capable as Jacksonville at rattling Brady.
Yes, that's true. They're supposed to be the best defense, the Eagles. So we'll see. 661-298-5487. I know there's guys out there listening that have a team that they are predicting to win this weekend. So give me a call, 661-298-5487. Or you can send us a tweet at Travis G Sports also on Twitter. One thing I want to talk about, we'll get into some more Super Bowl here and different bets that are out there you guys may know of. But my Chiefs traded Alex Smith this week. And
that was awesome.
To Washington, right?
To the Redskins.
Yeah.
Now, here's
Fantastic.
the thing. Here's the thing. Mahomes better be good. All right, Mahomes is the guy they drafted last year. Patrick Mahomes. Isn't his name Patrick? I think it's Patrick.
It is, yeah.
They drafted him last year. Everyone says, wow, this kid's good. He started one game before the playoffs and did okay. But you're basically saying that, kind of like the Clippers, right? They had their chance, but they couldn't get it done. The Chiefs have had their chance. Great regular season team, can't win in the playoffs. And I guess they said Alex Smith isn't the guy. So my whole take is Mahomes better be good or this was a mistake. Now, they did get a good, people are saying, a all-star cornerback in return. And so maybe, and they need some help on the defense. So hopefully that helps my team.
Yeah, he will be a starter. By the way, on the Mahomes issue, on the Alex Smith issue, I think that was pretty smart on KC's part because he had only 1 year left on his contract, and he was going to be free agent next year, and he could have been done whatever he wanted to. I think it's a win-win situation. Washington Redskins is a much better home for Alex Smith. He could become the franchise quarterback. He's got 4 or 5 years left in him, and I think the Kansas City got two good players out of this that get a chance to develop the rookie, and they have a starting cornerback and the guy.
Well, the guy that we're not mentioning here is you're not only taking a bet on Mahomes, but you're really taking a bet on Andy Reid's ability to develop a quarterback. You see what he did in Philly. I mean, he took Donovan McNabb, who was granted a first-round pick. He turned him into a superstar. Then he took Mike Vick, post-Atlanta Falcons Mike Vick, and turned him into an efficient machine. Nick Foles had 27 touchdowns and 2 picks in one season.
That's right.
And actually, that was Chip Kelly. But still, Andy Reid's ability to transform these quarterbacks. He took Alex Smith in Kansas City and made him into not a gunslinger per se, but
he's very efficient. That's the thing with me. Hey, you can't really complain about Alex Smith. He was very efficient, didn't turn the ball over, and that's what you want. I always hated though that the Chiefs were so predictable. You knew it was going to be a little 5 and out or a little drop pass or things like that, and I just wish he would throw it. Throw it deep more, and they did a lot more this year. Kind of opened it up for him, but they didn't get far enough, so the organization decided to go a different way.
The defense needed some help. That was the whole problem all year. Your offense was great. What can you do with the running back? I mean, that was a gift, right? But I look for the Chiefs at the bottom of the AFC West next year. Distant bottom.
No, I think my Broncos are going to own that for one more year.
Your Broncos may get Cousins. But the AFC West is going to be tough. The Raiders are going to be better. I hate to say that, but the Raiders are going to be better. I like David Carr. I like shoot, I'm drawing a blank. The new coach, I love
Gruden.
Him. Gruden,
Oh
awesome.
yeah, $100 million coach. I think he's worth it.
I think he's great.
Nobody's crying for Alex Smith. When he came out of Utah, he got the highest guaranteed signing bonus, $40 million for the Niners. Now he got $71 million guaranteed. Come on, guys, it's ridiculous. These guaranteed money is just bizarre. But, hey, Bernard, one last comment on soccer. Why couldn't you have like a two-point or 3-point play where you have the nets raised, so you have the 1-point net at the bottom where it is now? You put no, you're laughing, but you put another net maybe 20 feet up for 2 points.
Who is going to be the Seth Curry of soccer? Is that what you're asking?
I'm going to answer you that. But first, I'm going to say this: not bad for someone like me who's a big soccer fan to know the NFL, right? To know football. So why don't NFL fans get to know soccer enough to eventually have a valued opinion on how to change the game? That's not a low blow at you, Coach, but everybody wants to criticize and wants to come up with ideas, but they don't understand the game. Become a fan of the soccer game and understand it, and then you can make recommendations. You see how much knowledge I have about football because I love it, and I love soccer too. And Travis, don't tell me there is no room for soccer, that it will not be the number one sport because we have football. I mean, look, we are the best in baseball, basketball, hockey, and football. Why not also soccer?
Let me ask you a question. At Earthwise Vitamins, that's where the coach gets his vitamins, at Earthwise. Do you have something, a calming, something you can take? Do you have like a vitamin that calms you down?
Yes, it's called Coach having a good argument with me and feeling good afterwards. I'm going to be so relaxed after the session. It's the best remedy.
Hey, back to NFL, back to the props. So, what is everybody's take on the national anthem? I took the overs. The over and under is 2 minutes. I took the over. I think Pink's going to draw it out a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be over. I'll take that.
Okay, who scores first?
Well, let's back up there. Let's get controversial. Is anybody going to kneel during the Super Bowl national anthem?
Never.
No, never.
All right, good.
You may.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. All right, Coach, we got to take a break. Callers,
man, I'm going to miss you guys.
Every
Friday at 1 o'clock. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
See you, Coach. All right, guys. 661-298-5487. We're coming up on our last segment. I want your call and your take on who you're taking in the Super Bowl. Okay? 661-298-5487. Out.
Hey, Biz, let it drop right here.
Hi, this is Jason Perez with New American Funding, Santa Clarita's own homegrown mortgage expert. Visit my website at lendsev.com or give me a call at 661-972-1092. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or trying to go from your condo to a castle, here at New American Funding, my team and I are here to help you do whatever you need. Once again, feel free to give me a call, 661-972-1092, or visit my website at lendsev.com. I'm looking forward to working with you.
At Jersey Mike's, we think there's a whole lot of wow to be found between 2 layers of fresh-baked bread. Like, wow, this sub sandwich sure has a little something special. And wow, juice does for sub sandwiches what spinach does for a certain well-known sailor man. Because we never just make a sub. Every sub we make is a sub above. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Your Santa Clarita Jersey Mike's, a proud sponsor of Santa Clarita High School football.
What can a Century 21 Troop Real Estate agent do for you? They show your home, solve your problems, and pet your dog. They provide the service of a butler and a savvy business tycoon. They explain the market, love a good barbecue, and would never drink milk from the carton, so invite one over. They do your homework, legwork, and sometimes yard work, so basically they provide the TLC to YOU. This is who they are, this is what they do. Call Century 21 Troop Real Estate at 661-705-0700. That's 661-705-0700. Century 21 Troop Real Estate, smarter, bolder, faster. Each office is independently owned and operated.
This is Bernard Cash with Earthwise Nutrition Center. We have been serving Santa Clarita Valley from the same location in Granary Square Shopping Center for the last 30 years. We built our business on earning people's trust. What you get at our store, you will not get anywhere else. You're going to get a family that's going to tell you the truth, that's more interested in earning your business long-term versus making a big sale. You're going to get 30 years of knowledge, and you're going to get a wide variety of products that actually work. You can visit us at buyearthwise.com or call us at 661-255-2928.
We all know someone impacted by the Las Vegas tragedy. It's touched our valley in thousands of households. Many of us were actually there. In Santa Clarita, we had 1 fatality and 14 injured by bullets. Many more were injured trying to escape. Others are still traumatized by their ordeal, finding challenges returning to normal lives. The law firm of Owen Patterson Owen is helping many Las Vegas victims get financial assistance for their ordeal. If you know someone impacted by the shooting, visit opolaw.com.
Title Boxing Club is here in Santa Clarita. We're fast-paced, action-packed, and addictive. We've got music pumping and energy flowing. Come out to the Title Boxing Club and embrace your inner power and sweat it out at Santa Clarita's best workout spot for you and your entire family. Join us for your first shot-free class at the Title Boxing Club on Bouquet Canyon and Newhall Ranch Road.
Your hometown station.
love that beat on that song. Welcome back, everybody. 661-298-5487. You're listening to the Travis Talk Sports radio show. Radio show here every Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. And you can reach me also at Travis G Sports, right here on your hometown station, 1220 AM and now 98.1 FM. All right, we got one more final take. Real final take on soccer, okay? And then we're finishing up with Super Bowl stuff, okay? Guy, what do you got to say?
Well, about 10 years ago, my wife and my daughter created a female athletic nonprofit, and it's been heavy in soccer. And what changed a position in our lives for that is a child, male or female, if they are involved in sports or some other activity, it could even be dance, it could be cheer, it could be some form of arts, there's nearly a 75% chance less that they are going to get into trouble in their future years. So the first thing is it's an inignorable number of what sports does. So I remember as a kid when people were, because my mom was a single mom, taking me to karate, taking me to baseball and soccer and some other things that I couldn't get to. But Bernard made an interesting point, and because particularly soccer and basketball is very similar, they're the two highest played sports of children, because the entry-level price is inexpensive to get in. It's a ball, really, and so therefore that's what I'm saying in that respect. So the good thing about that is it's going to change these kids' lives, because if you are involved in sports, test scores, teamwork, better grades, etc. And then the last thing on soccer, I would tell everyone, and I'm more of a women's soccer fan than a man, although it's growing on me tremendously, and I cannot wait for the World Cup, which is this year. And if you do take in a little bit of that, especially some of those incredible teams in Europe, you will see some amazing athletes. I was really surprised as I took a step back and gave it an honest look, and they are incredible athletes at their precision in what they do.
All right, thank you, Guy. Now, during the break, we talked about something that I didn't consider much, but I think it could be an X factor, and that's Nick Foles. So, you know, he's been in Philly before. He was here in L.A. for the Rams last year. Didn't have a great year. He's got experience. But what's your take, Guy? You had something interesting to say about him in the break.
So Nick having those blow-up 2 years, and then basically was gone out of sight and led to backup, and I think this is his third team back to Philly in just a few years. But I put that experience rule on him, and I think he would be a better option at this point even than Carson, just because of the experience. I don't think there's any rookie quarterback that would get through Belichick. That will never happen. And so therefore, as Nick has gone through with the maturity, and he's shown it, and he's done very well, I think that's a wild card that could be there.
Yeah, it could be. You never know what happens. I think this is the biggest moment in Nick Foles' career, obviously. So we'll see how he handles the pressure. But, you know, we all make our predictions, and you never really know what's happened. I go back to that one thing that the Patriots have that nobody, well, there's a couple Eagles on there. The Long kid, Howie Long's kid, Chris Long, and Blunt, the running back. They played for the Patriots last year and won. They have the experience, but I go back to experience, and I still think that's going to be hard for the Eagles to overcome.
I totally agree with that. Experience. If I were the coach, the Eagles coach, and I had both available to me, Wentz or Nick, I would go with Nick, because Super Bowl, playoffs, as they all tell you, all the pros tell you, it's a whole different ball of wax. And a rookie could crumble under pressure, whereas Nick has that edge, in my opinion. And as Guy mentioned, he has proven himself. Yeah, he's been around the block. He's proven himself, and he got them to the Super Bowl through the playoffs. I think Nick is quite capable I think he can do it, and I think he wants it more than Wentz would, because Nick is coming to the end of his career soon, and he wants it more. He will want it more. Wentz will have plenty of opportunities. He's going to come back next year and has that. So I think Nick is going to be. You know what? I'm going to venture to say he'd probably outperform Brady in the Super Bowl. Anybody wants to take bets on me on that? I'll take it.
Look, set your line, and I'll talk to you after the show.
All right.
First, Carson Wentz, second-year player, MVP candidate, definitely the MVP before he got hurt. You matched Wentz's ability with that defense, and that's a whole different game. But we're talking about Nick Foles here, and we're talking about Bill Belichick having 2 weeks to game plan for Nick Foles. And I just don't imagine a world where Belichick isn't going to throw 18 different looks and stop LeGarrette Blount and say, look, if you want to do the RPOs, we'll let Nick Foles beat us. So be it.
Yep, I agree. All right, we got a minute here. Give me your score of the game, each guy here. Let's go.
28-25 Eagles.
30-25 Eagles.
Wow. Aaron?
28-24 Pats. Eagles cover, Pats money line.
That's what I think is going to happen too. The Eagles cover. It's going to be 31-28 Pats.
I love the Eagles.
This guy changes his team every week, folks. Don't listen to him. All right? Thank you all for listening. Come back next Friday from 1 to 2 right here at 12:20 a.m. We're going to have some special guests, the Masters basketball coach, the COC basketball coach. We're going to talk about NBA All-Star Weekend. You can catch us on our hometownstation.com. You can hear podcasts. You can tweet me at Travis G Talk Sports. Thank you and have a good weekend. Good night now.